Good morning and welcome to the 445 Productive Through Joy show with your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher. The show airs each weekday morning, hella early AF at 4:45 a.m. here on YouTube's Michael Datcher channel, then 4:45 p.m. on Facebook Live. Today we're talking about finishing strong. What does it mean when you are able to first finish what you start, but also finish that particular project, that thing, that endeavor, finish strong? We have a really interesting and pragmatic show today. So thanks for being here. If you are new, you can go to Productive Through Joy to see about us. We speak to groups, schools, and organizations about being productive through joy. We also have a really innovative just program. If you see the website, you'll be able to see what we offer. We help, again, groups, schools, and organizations and individuals enhance their productivity by using joy itself as a technology. A really innovative program. You can also simply become a subscriber here. Hit that subscribe button and get all these videos for free. I did say free. 1, 2, 3, 4, free. Holla at us. Again, for those of you who are new, allow me to say a few words about myself first. This is your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher, author of the New York Times bestseller "Raising Fences," which was a Today Show Book of the Month pick. That book's film rights were optioned by the actor Will Smith, who's people call my people. And I eventually agreed to write the screenplay for that particular project. I'm also the author of the acclaimed historical novel Americas, which is set 13 miles from Ferguson, where Michael Brown was murdered. God bless his spirit, and his mama in particular. I'm also the author of, that book just came out. I'm also the author of this even more new book, Animating Black and Brown Liberation, The Theory of American Literatures, which interrogates the intersection of literature and activism. I'm the board president of the World Stage here in Los Angeles, a great 501c3 nonprofit. My educational background is UC Berkeley as an undergrad. Go Bears! My master's from UCLA and my PhD in English literature from the University of California at Riverside. Guys, I'm an expert at being productive. I don't say that to brag or boast, but people are oftentimes surprised at my level of productivity when they hear my background. I am the product of a young girl who was violated at age 16 in a difficult situation, gave birth to me at 17, and then subsequently gave me up for adoption to an amazing single divorcee. Yet at the time, no biological father, no adopted father. Listen, difficult times for the young MD, yet it's cool. Modi famously said, "How you like me now?" And if I can be this productive and be so through joy, so can many of us. Watch it, because it's not where you're from, it's where you're about to go. So let's dive into this show. I'm rhyming right now. All right, guys. Today we're talking about finishing strong. So point one is, first, in order to finish strong, you have to actually start. And one of the major impediments to people's, I find, including in part in my early life especially, was just starting. At times, you just have to dive into the pool. You just have to start. You just have to get up in the game, dive into that ocean. Start riding that wave, and trust that the knowledge, the experience of being in the pool will help you to learn how to swim without getting wet. A little P Funk reference there. Uh, so that's the point when you have to start. You have to get in there, and the paralysis of analysis is a problem for many educated people. I know I'm around lots of people with PhDs, and that, wow, I've seen lots of that, thinking their way into inaction. But and I've done that, but not recently. Sometimes as well. So once you start, point two is that you want to really, really go strong. You want to go hard. You want to go in swinging. You want to go in with great intensity. And sometimes the intensity, I just had a story pop in my head. So I enjoy martial arts and do some grappling, the Brazilian style of jujitsu. When I first began, I wasn't very skilled in terms of technique, but my spirit is so fierce. I was able to, hang with, although I would usually lose, with more higher ranked belts. So I recall at the dojo I was attending at the time in Venice, rather on Venice Boulevard. It's by one of the Gracie members, if you know that name, if you know Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. Uh, It was the Gracie family dojo. Anyway, so I recall I was fighting this cat who was way more skilled in terms of technique, and I was kind of getting with him. And then the leader, Hay or Ray Gracie, he says, "Man, you were a warrior." And I was like, "If he knows it, it must be true." And it wasn't so much that I was so skilled, but my spirit. I was going so hard with such a fierceness that he recognized the spirit within me. I am claiming that we all have that spirit of what I call uh, the liberator spirit, one who seeks to bring freedom and justice. I feel that that is a part of all of us. And the thing is, we have to tap into that, and we tap into that, I feel, and in my experience through meditation, yoga, other types of spiritual modalities, running, exercise, being in the gym, mind, body, spirit, that connection is real and powerful. And so, but the thing is, you have to be able to find a way to access your inner power, which goes right into point three. As you start, and then you go strong by accessing your inner power through various types of techniques, you then want to finish strong. Too often, as I'm sure you must know, we start projects, don't finish them. Man, that used to be my life completely. My mind can be mercurial. I can be mercurial, which is great. I have lots of ideas. In my 20s, maybe late teens, yeah, early 20s, I was terrible at seeing things through. I would start one thing, start something else. It was a problem. And I didn't like that about myself. I wasn't so good at relationships, whether it be intimate or platonic. I was just like a social butterfly. I didn't really like how I was living. And after some tough self-reflection, I determined, I'm going to stop being this way. I'm going to work on that part of myself. I'm going to start finishing what I start. I'm going to start finishing what I start and finish it strong. And I'm going to be a lot more disciplined. And once I began to make that decision, and that's when I began to get up early in the morning to write and to do what I do, that changed my entire life. People oftentimes remark on my discipline because people know my life. They see my life up close. They're like, "Man, bro, you be up early, working, doing your thing." And I always kind of chuckle to myself, and I think about where I've come from. This is not who I was. And if I can live, I'm not saying you need to do what I do at all. I am saying you want to do something that can represent your growth and your discipline, and you can finish strong. That may look different than what I'm doing, which is totally fine. I'm just saying you know what you need to do. Like I knew that I needed to change my habit of not finishing what I started, being undisciplined. I felt like I was wasting my talent because I have this talent, but I wasn't bringing it to fruition. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person in that situation. I still have my problems. Yesterday I missed an important meeting because I was just out of it, not really feeling that well, but still could have gotten done what needed to get done. But just my mind was a mind mush. And the point is that it still happens from time to time, but generally I hop on it pretty fast, correct it, and bam, I'm back on my game. The thing is not to be perfect. The thing is to be conscious and diligent and to allow your spirit to move you, to be inspired by greatness, to want to be great. And to be great, you really have to finish what you start and finish strong. So boom goes the dynamite. Thanks for being here, guys. We air each weekday morning, hella early at 4:45 a.m. here on YouTube's Michael Datcher channel, then 4:45 p.m. on Facebook Live. I'm on book tour right now. I'll be in Oakland on the 21st at the Waterfront Hotel. Look for me there. I'll be as part of the United African American Book Club Fall into Fiction event. I'll be in Louisiana at the Louisiana Book Festival. I'll be in Kentucky at the Kentucky Book Festival. I'll be in Seattle at MLA. I'm going to be everywhere. I'm going to be somewhere else too. I'll be in Taos, New Mexico. Look for me on social media. Look for me in mainstream media. And when you see me, holla. All right, that's it. We're out. Deuces.